Okay, so we're doing Cornell notes, and we of similar figures, which is figures that are the exact same shape but are different sizes. So remember our video we watched yesterday. Can you remember that two figures are similar if and only if the following conditions are true? Can anybody remember the things that are true? Yes.
Has a ratio.
The ratios are they are the same. Yes. What else? Yes.
So they have to have the same shape.
They have to have. Yes, they have to have the same shape, but their sides would be equal, right? All their sides would be congruent. What does congruent mean? Equal, the same. I'm sorry, their angles would be congruent. I misspoke. Their angles are the same, because remember we just talked about triangles. Triangles have 180-degree angles, right?
Yes.
They add up to be 180.
Yes.
Well, on the two figures that are similar, all their angles are going to be the same. The measurements are going to be the same. So that's one of the things. And like if you had a rectangle or a square, how many degrees there is in a rectangle or square?
160.
Okay, and then all their angles would be the same too, right? Okay, so corresponding angles.
Oh, we're supposed to write this. Yeah.
Are congruent. What does congruent mean?
The same.
Equal, congruent. Equal, congruent, the same.
What's the first one?
Corresponding.
Oh, I spelled it corresponding. How do you spell corresponding?
I think it's corsponding. ing. That could be. I'm not the greatest speller. Jax.
Sorry. That's my thinking noises.
Yeah, well, it's not letting other people.
Well, my thinking noises are
Exactly.
helping you think. We're about to see.
Corrspond. Two R's instead of two O's. Not on purpose. Okay. So, now let's think about the sides. What about the sides? The other rule for shapes to be similar figures. Yes, ma'am. Same ratio. Or what's another way we could put that? Corresponding sides are proportional.
So is there nothing
Equal, like the same ones.
Corresponding.
Like if you like look at this picture down here. This side is corresponding to this side. This angle is corresponding to that angle. Okay? So as corresponding sides are proportional, or you could say they have the same ratio.
Is it ratio or ratio? Ratio.
I think it's kind of like tomato, I'm not sure.
Okay.
And let's get back to our notes so we can get finished. So the symbol for similar is like kind of this sideways S thing. Shh, guys, focus. That has nothing to do with what we're doing. Let's get back to this. So on example 1, we're going to write a proportion. And you need to learn to write it like the sides. So like we're going to compare, let's say, AB. So like side AB and AC, this is from our larger triangle, right, is equal to DE and DF. I'm just comparing these two and these two, right?
Yes.
It might help you, some people it does, if you, because you're not always going to have figures. As a matter of fact, usually they're not going to give them to you this way where they're right next to each other, right? They're going to turn one or flip one, you know, or do it another way. So it's not as easy to tell. I know, I don't like it when they do it either. It's like you almost want to take scissors and cut it out and see, turn it. But you have to do it in your mind. So what it might help you do is like highlight the sides that you're looking at, that you're comparing. And then that helps you keep your ratio correct. So like on this one, we have AB would be 6, and then AC is 10, and DE is 3, and DF is 5. It's what? Yes. So a triangle is 2 times bigger than this one. So the ratio would be 2 to 1. And we know that because we take, we divide 10 by 2 to get 5, and divide 6 by 2 to get 3. So another thing you can do, though, if you notice,
Wait, why is it 2 to 1?
because you divide 10 by 2 to get 5, and 6 by 2 to get 3. You can also color code your ratio. You can do it like that with the equal sign. You can do it, my favorite, with a box. If you don't have to use box, but you have to show the ratio. And the reason I want you to do that is just to make sure you keep it even. I mean, you keep your, I like that you label it.
Box really confuses me.
If it confuses you, just do the proportion like this over here.
Okay, that's what I did. So.
Okay, so we have the side that we're comparing, the highlighted, and then if you have the 2 different color highlighters, see, then you can do this. So you know, this is 6, this is 3, 10, 5. It's just another way to visually keep you separate, keep you straight.
Actually, never mind.
Okay, let's move down to example 2. I'll leave it up there where you can see it, but. Okay, example 2, write a proportion. I like the table. You don't have to use the table. You can just do the fractions. And I'm going to call this figure 1 and figure 2, just to keep them straight, or you can say big and small or whatever. And then I'm going to call, so I have 1 and 2, and this, because I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Look at the, it's way, so help me. Okay, 1 is what?
Call for 1 would be
You don't, it's just,
that works. So like 2.
take it by 2. 16, 8 by 2 equals. Okay, if you have one that is easy as this to do, you can always do your cross multiply and then divide by the other number. So x equals 16 times 3 divided by a. What is x 16 times 3? 16 times 3. 48. Divided by 8.
6.
Do you get the same exact thing?
Yeah.
So, if it's a proportion, a ratio that's more difficult than like 2 or something that's easily, you can do the cross multiply and divide. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. Let's do this down here. Down on this bottom one. Shh. Down on the bottom one. We're actually finding x and y. So we have 3 variables. We have this side we're looking for, right? We're comparing those 2 sides. We're comparing our bases. And then I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but what?
And it's covering the whole thing.
Because what?
Don't say I did.
You can see. You can move up. Move wherever you need to move. Okay. It's not your fault. Okay. Help me out on this one. I want y'all to do it, and then once you do it, check your work. I'll be doing it while y'all are doing it.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to name this figure 1 and this figure 2. I don't know. Shh, quit making noises, please. And then I'm going to call this side A, my green side A, my pink is side B, and then I'm going to call my yellow side C.
Why are we doing $2?
Because you're looking for X and Y. So you're going to do one where you solve for X and one where you solve for Y. Because you're solving for X for one and then Y for the other. I've been wondering. Do we have to do that right now?
Hey, Katie, does that have my name on it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like in silver or something.
I would like y'all to do that in a minute. Okay?
Why are there 2 4s? On the box, why is there
Because we have figure 1, A, side A is X, side B is 4. Okay, I'm really tired of the talking that is off topic to what we're doing. So I need y'all to focus on what we're doing. And then figure 2, side A is 4, and side B is 8. That's why there's 2.
Katie? What? Is that you? Oh, that was Jacob. X equals 2? 8. I mean, X.
It is a Y because we're looking for Y there.
What is that number? That's supposed to be a 2. Oh, yeah. Okay, the page.
Okay, guys, if you can't read my handwriting, why don't you look at the figure and see where I got it? Okay?
The B and 2 were mixed on C.
What?
Next to C.
Yeah, because C, figure 1 is 3.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where it's.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah, I did do that.
Okay, like I said, you don't have to color code yours, and most of y'all probably won't, but if it keeps you straight, you feel free to do it. Yes, sir. Hurry up. Have somebody, well, you'll be able to finish your notes when you get back. Okay. Okay, so are y'all ready? Okay, so you'll see figures like this on the back. So did y'all understand where we got all this? And how we set it up and found the missing side. Okay, on the back, sometimes you're going to have figures like this where you're comparing this little triangle in there to the big triangle.
So it's 2 triangles in one.
Right. So the pink is the little one, and then the green is the bigger one. And we're looking for X, and I want X to be this whole side. Okay? So let's set up our proportion box for that. And I'm going to do big and small. And then base and yeah, height. Perfect. Okay, help me. Oh, it did it again. Sorry. Okay, help me fill it in. What's the height of the big one?
It's X.
X. What's the base of the big one?
12 feet.
12.
The height of the small
10.
and the base 4.8. Yeah, they just have to throw that decimal in there and make sure you're paying attention. So we're going to multiply. So what's our formula? X equals what?
X equals
12
10
times
times 12
divided by
divided
4.8.
by 4.8.
Okay.
So
X equals 100 and
120 divided by 4.8.
4.8. X equals.
I'm going to let one of y'all figure out what X equals.
I've been clapping. We haven't even shown it yet. Why are they clapping? Who is that?
I don't know. X equals what?
Oh, I
What?
know. 25.
X equals 25. Anyone disagree with that?
Wait, 25 or 25?
And the answer to a question would be 50. I think it's
Right.
25.
You're right. So X is 25.
Wait.
The whole thing is X, and like Luke said, if you're going to do just this part right here, it would be 15. Okay?
It's 25 minus 10.
Right. Okay. That's all. I want y'all to get out your worksheet from yesterday.